Hey everybody, it's Phantom321 here, bringing you some more Pokemon Black 2, White 2 Wi-Fi battles. This is an NU match I got, and this is going to be one of my more longer videos because this match was relatively long. It's one of the more longer matches that I go ahead and post on my channel. But yeah, I have a question for you guys. So do you guys want me to go ahead and mix it up and use a different team every episode like I've been doing? Or do you guys want me to go ahead and basically use the same team for maybe 3 or 4 matches, I guess? And yeah, I'm just kind of curious to hear a response. I mean, do you guys want me to go ahead and mix it up every single time, or do you guys want me to go ahead and use the same team for a couple of matches, just so you guys can see how I basically use a team and what my strategies are for using that specific team? So yeah, I'm kind of curious to hear your response. Leave a comment telling me if you guys want me to switch my team every single match, or do you want me to, like I said, keep it for maybe 3 or 4 matches. But yeah, this has been a long intro, and without further ado, let's just go ahead and begin the match and let you guys enjoy the gameplay. Alright, so I have to re-record this video because, well, Camtasia kind of crapped out on me and it froze in a certain frame for like 3 minutes, so that kind of sucks. So now I had to re-record the match and also re-record the audio, so let's just go ahead and begin. I started off by sending out my Armaldo, and he started off by sending out his Gigalith. We're both gonna go ahead and set up the Stealth Rock's first turn. First next move, he's gonna go for the Stone Edge, and I'm hoping that Armaldo takes it quite well because this Armaldo is really bulky, and it does end up taking it. I'm gonna go for the knockoff this turn just to get rid of whatever item this Gigalith has, and he has a normal gem, so I'm kind of glad I did go for the knockoff because he was gonna use that normal gem for Explosion, and that would have sucked a lot because, well, he would have destroyed one of my Pokemons. It wouldn't most likely be my Armaldo because, well, Armaldo would have been killed. And I'm not playing really safe right here because, well, my Armaldo is really low on HP, and this is my only wall that I have on my team, so that kind of sucks that he's really low on HP because I didn't play correctly. But yeah, I went down to my Swanna, and he's gonna go ahead and go on to his next Pokemon, which is gonna go ahead and be his Ampharos because he did not want his Gigalith to get hit by a Surf. So right here I went for the Surf, and I'm hoping this is enough to 2-hit KO this thing after the Stealth Rocks, but it isn't enough to KO this thing, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, for his next move, I'm definitely gonna want to switch out because I do not want to get hit by one of this thing's electric moves. So I'm gonna go back out into my Armaldo, and I'm just gonna sacrifice it so I can get a safe switch onto a different Pokemon. Kind of sucks, like I said, that I lost my wall in this early in the games, but yeah, the match already happened. What can you do about it? I'm gonna go ahead and go out into my Tauros because this Tauros does know Earthquake, and it can easily destroy his Ampharos. He's gonna go ahead and switch out, and he's gonna go out into the wall of his own, which is gonna go ahead and be his Alomomola. This thing is really threatening because, well, Tauros can't actually hit it with anything. The only Pokemon that can actually take this thing down effectively is my Electabuzz. But yeah, for his next move, I'm gonna go ahead and switch out because I don't know Tauros is pretty much useless. So I'm gonna go ahead and go out into my Electabuzz because Electabuzz can deal some damage, but I was fearing the Toxic, and he got the Toxic off, and that's really bad because this Electabuzz is a subset. So yeah, it kind of sucks that I'm poisoned because if I go for the sub, I'm still going to be taking damage behind the substitute, so that kind of sucks. And I have the Eviolite on this thing because, well, I want the Electabuzz to be a little bit more bulky, and so that means it doesn't have leftovers, which also means I'm not going to have some health recovery at the end of each turn. So yeah, that kind of sucks that he poisoned my Electabuzz. So yeah, for his next move, he's going to go ahead and switch out into his Gabites, and he was predicting an electric move again, and the poison is really racking up on me at this point. He's going to go ahead and make a double switch, and he's going to go ahead and switch out to his next Pokemon, which is going to go ahead and be his Chimecho. I just decided to play it safe and decided not to overpredict. I'm just going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, and I'm hoping that does a decent amount of damage to his Chimecho, but it doesn't do that much damage, and the poison is really racking up, so now I know I'm definitely gonna have to switch next turn. I was kind of hoping that he would stay in with his Alomomola a little bit, so that's why I stayed in with Electabuzz. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go out into Absol. My goal is to kind of scare this Chimecho away with Absol, and he got a Calm Mind, so I'm really hoping that he switches out. So basically what I'm trying to do at this point is I'm hoping that I scare the Chimecho so I can go ahead and set up the Swords Dance and then go for a sweep. But yeah, he did decide to switch, and he's going to go ahead and switch out into his Dragoneer. I'm going to go for the Swords Dance, and that's going to raise my attack, so that's really good because, well, Absol is my sweeper for this team, basically, for the most part. I'm just going to go for the Night Slash, and I'm hoping that's enough to take down this Dragoneer, and it isn't enough to take it down. And he's going to go for the Thunder Wave. That's a really good move on his part because, well, Absol's pretty much crippled because, well, this thing can't really take moves too well, and it basically relies on its speed to go ahead and sweep. But yeah, he's going to go ahead and switch back out into his Alomomola, and I got the Parahax. I believe I was going for the Sucker Punch this turn because I do carry the Sucker Punch, so I should be able to outspeed most of his Pokemon. Pokemon if I predict wisely. So now he's going to go for the Waterfall, and I'm hoping Absol can take it quite nicely, and he does, so I'm just going to go for the Night Slash. I'm just going to hope that that's enough to 2-hit KO this Alomomola, and it is enough to KO it. I'm just going to go for the Sucker Punch because I do not want my Absol to get KO'd by a Waterfall or be really low on HP, but he went for the Protect, so that's kind of sucks because, well, he's probably gonna go for a Wish later on, and he's just basically stalling me. I'm not sure. He's trying to get some leftover recovery, so Night Slash won't do that much. I'm gonna go for the Sucker Punch, but it fails, and he's gonna go for the Wish, and that really sucks because I know next turn he's gonna go for the Protect, and that's really gonna suck because now he basically got most of his HP back, and the match isn't going my way at this point. So yeah, he went for the Protect, and then the Wish is gonna go ahead and kick in, and now he has all of his health back, I believe. Yes, he does, so that's kind of sucks because now we're back. Or, well, his Alomomola is back at full health, so yeah, I can't do really much. I'm gonna go for the Sucker Punch, and that did a decent amount of damage. Actually, that did a good amount of damage, and he's just gonna go for the Waterfall, and that's gonna almost be enough to KO my Absol. I'm hoping he doesn't go for another Wish next turn, but he's gonna go ahead and switch out because, well, I guess he didn't feel comfortable staying in, but yeah, he's gonna go ahead and go out into his Gigalith. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Night Slash, and I'm hoping that I can KO this Gigalith because I want to KO one of his Pokemon, and I get a lucky critical hit, so that's actually really good because, well, this Gigalith thing gets to use Explosion. The thing that kind of sucks is that, well, my Absol kill itself with the Life Orb. I'm just gonna go out into my Emboar because this Emboar is Short Scarf and it knows a lot of different moves, so it can basically hurt any Pokemon that this guy throws at me. But yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Wild Charge on this Alomomola, and I'm hoping it does a decent amount of damage, and it didn't do that much damage, and I'm hoping he didn't go for the Waterfall. But yeah, he went for the Wish because I guess he was predicting me to switch. So for his next move, I know he's probably gonna go for the Protect, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch out and basically get a safe switch back out into my Electabuzz, and I'm hoping my Electabuzz can KO this thing. So yeah, now the Wish kicks in, and now he has all of his health back, so this isn't going too well for me. But yeah, I'm hoping I can just turn things around. So for this next move, I believe I'm gonna go ahead. Oh yeah, he's gonna go ahead and switch out into his next Pokemon, which is gonna go ahead and be out into his Ampharos. I guess it was predicting an electric move, but I was predicting him to switch out into his Ampharos, so I went ahead and went for the Hidden Power Ice, and that isn't gonna do that much damage. Electabuzz is heavily crippled right now. Can't really attack too well right now. But yeah, for his next move, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep spamming the Hidden Power Ice, and, well, I'm just kind of sacrificing my Electabuzz because it's kind of crippled at this point. He's gonna go for the Hidden Power of his own, and that's not gonna do that much damage. So we're both basically not dealing much damage to each other, but he's getting more damage off on me because I am poisoned, and the poison's gonna finally rack up, and that's gonna be enough to kill my Electabuzz. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Swanna because I know Swanna can take this thing out after, or because it's really low on HP. He's gonna go ahead and go out into his Alomomola. I just went for the Surf and decided to play it safe. I didn't decide to over-predict and just go for the Hurricane on his Ampharos. But yeah, first that did a decent amount of damage on his Alomomola. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually kind of surprised that Surf did that much on this thing. Now for his next move, I'm just gonna go for the Hurricane, and luckily I didn't miss because I was having bad luck with Hurricane a while back and I was missing. So I'm hoping this is enough to KO this Alomomola, and it is. So now I'm glad because this thing was really annoying. It kept getting Protect Wishes, and that was really annoying. So now he's going to go ahead and go out into his Dragonair, and unfortunately the Stealth Rock didn't kill it, but no worries, my Swanna is going to be able to go for a Surf, and that's going to go ahead and be enough to take down his Dragonair easily because it barely had an HP left. So now he's going to go ahead and switch on to his next Pokemon, which is going to go ahead and be his Ampharos. Ampharos can't really do much, it just took a lot of damage due to the Stealth Rock, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit it with the Surf, and that's going to be enough to easily take out his Ampharos. So as you can see, Swanna's doing really well. Now he's going to go ahead and switch on to his next Pokemon, which is going to go ahead and be his Chimecho. For this Chimecho, he kind of has a decent strategy. I'm just going to go for the Surf, and I'm hoping that's enough to KO this Chimecho, but it isn't, so he's going to go for the Recover, and at this point, what he's trying to go ahead and do is basically use the Recover and make my Swanna eventually die due to the Life Orb recoil, so that's actually a pretty decent strategy, but I'm just going to go for the Hurricane, and I'm hoping that it is enough to KO the Chimecho, because Hurricane is more powerful than Surf at this point, and it isn't enough to KO it with, like, 2 HP left or whatever, I'm not sure. But yeah, he's just gonna go for the recover, and I know he didn't recover enough HP to where I can't KO it with one more Hurricane. I guess he wasn't expecting Hurricane to do that much damage, but yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Hurricane, and that's gonna be enough to KO his Chimecho. Luckily, I didn't miss with any of the Hurricanes because I have bad luck with Hurricane, but yeah. Now for this next move, he's gonna go ahead and switch out into his final Pokemon, which is gonna go ahead and be his Gabite. I'm just gonna go for the Surf. I probably should have gone for another Hurricane, but I didn't want to risk the miss, so yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Surf, and I'm hoping that's enough to KO it, but it isn't again. And now he's gonna be able to finish off my Swanna with a Stone Edge. And now I'm gonna go ahead and switch on to my next Pokemon, which is gonna go ahead and be my Tauros. Tauros is just basically gonna go for the Zen Headbutt, and that's gonna go ahead and be enough to KO his Gabite. And that's gonna be the end of the match. So if you liked the video, please rate the video, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, have a nice day.